Okay, everybody. So today what we are going to do is we are going to go ahead and we're going to work on the volume of a different shape. And what we're going to do today is we're going to do volume of a cone. So the good news is if you look at these cones, they should look really, really similar to another figure that we solved earlier this week. That's right. You're looking at something that is similar to a pyramid. And as luck would have it, the formula for the volume of a cone is the same thing. The volume is a third the area of the base multiplied by the height. So let's go ahead and do number one together. So I see a radius here with 9. So the volume equals a third of 9 squared multiplied by, we'll use 3.14, and then multiplied by 16. Simplify it down just a little bit farther. Even simpler if the pen were. So the volume equals a third of 81 times 3.14. Come on, you can do it, pen. Multiplied by 16. So I'm going to give you just a second to go ahead and solve it. Go ahead and pause this video on your own, please. Okay, so coming back, you should have ended up with a volume of 1,356.48. And if we're going to the nearest tenth, like these directions tell us, the volume is 1,356.5 meters cubed. Okay, I'm sure you probably pulled that one off. I'm going to go ahead and delete our ink from this. We'll go ahead and do number 2 together. So, same formula. We are looking at, let's go blue this time. The volume is a third the area of the base times the area of the height. So volume is a third. And it looks like we have another radius down here. So 4 squared multiplied by 3.14 and then multiplied by 12. Tight here on the edge. So the volume, I'll put it down here. The volume equals a third of 16 times 3.14 times 12. Give you a second to pause this video and solve it yourself. And if you paused it and solved it, we should have ended up with the volume equals 200.96. Nearest tenth for that is 200. That'll move the tenth place up, which is going to move the ones place. So technically we end up with 201 inches cubed. Okay, hopefully we pulled that one off. So what I'd like to do is go ahead and clear this. We're going to come down here and we're going to solve number 3. Let's go green this time. So the volume equals a third base times the height. The volume equals a third. Now notice this time they gave us a diameter. So the first thing we have to do is cut the diameter in half, get a radius. So that's going to be 8. Square the radius, 3.14, and then multiply that by 10. So if we simplify a little farther, the volume is a third times 64 times 3.14 times 10. So our volume ends up being 669.86. Round to the nearest tenth, our volume is 669.9 centimeters cubed. All right. Doing great, everybody. Let's do one more. Okay, here we go. So, formula, volume equals a third multiplied by the area of the base times the height. Volume equals, okay, check it out. Gave us a diameter again. So a third, half of the diameter is 4. So 4 squared multiplied by 3.14 multiplied by 9. So the volume equals a third multiplied by 8 by 3.14 by 9. I'll give you just a second. Go ahead and pause this video as you solve this one. So hopefully you're all paused. We end up with a volume of 75.36. Meaning the volume rounded to the nearest tenth is going to be 75.4 kilometers cubed. Okay, let's look at one that is a little bit more advanced. Okay, so here you notice, what do we have? We know the volume is 956. And we have to find the height. So we need a third multiplied by, well, they're giving us a radius. So 9 squared. We know 3.14 has to be involved, but we don't know the height. So now I need to figure out what my height is. 956 equals a third of 81. Oops, get that in there. 3.14. The height. I'm going to give you just a second and see if you can solve it. Now you'll notice our directions say round that height to the nearest tenth. Really important that we follow directions. So if you ended up working backwards, you ended up with 956 equals 84.78. We'll just say h. Divide each side with an inverse. And so h equals a long decimal, 11.27, nearest tenth. So h equals 11.38. All right, everybody. Now you are prepared to solve volume of a cone. Great job. Good luck.